On the following slides, we will present STEAM-based educational program we named Neuroatelier, which is intended for preschool children aged 4 to 6 and created for the needs of Global Neuroscience Promotion Event, Brain Awareness Week 2016, and developed through 2016 in many cultural centers, libraries, and kindergartens in Belgrade in Serbia. We will explain theoretical framework for our educational program. STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, is a new approach and movement which is drawing great attention in education and learning. The new acronym STEAM derived from STEM plus arts and refers to integration of different arts, visual arts, drama, music, dance, 3D modeling, crafts, etc. in learning STEM concepts. This movement highlights the importance of arts, which is not supplementary subject, but integrates disciplines and extends perspectives, ways of seeing, thinking, and learning. Visual and performing arts are seen as integrating element, which could enhance learning within and across disciplines. In our program, Neuroatelier, child is viewed like an artist whose creativity is without limitations or restrictions. The child is considered as an expert for own life, competent, creative, curious, full of potentials and ambitious entity. That child speaks 100 languages through using different symbolic systems. Competent child researcher learns by asking questions, discussing, creating, and making sense of the world through co-construction with others in various cultural contexts. In this program, visual arts and applied arts are medium through which children are expressing themselves and simultaneously learning about neuroscience. As pedagogues, we created this program in consultation with students from Students Section of Serbian Neuroscience Society, who study neuroscience-related concepts or their faculties: biology, molecular biology, medicine, physical chemistry. The program is structured around 4 activities: interactive storytelling, microscoping, 5 learning spaces, and brain canvas. The space we created is time and space flexible and open-ended for different creations. The entire duration of this program is approximately 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on the context and children's choice. The first activity was interactive storytelling. In this introductory activity, 2 student coordinators talked about nervous system. They involved children in a collaborative storytelling where the assembly of the human body parts was shown on the printed pattern of the human body. Each child extracted one element, usually organ-shaped image, from the bag and fit it into the appropriate place on the human body pattern. Thereafter, a discussion on the role and significance of the brain in the organ systems followed. 2 student facilitators were asking questions about the significance of the brain, whole nervous system, and other parts of the body structure and functions. At the same time, children asked questions and talked about their experiences regarding questions, and further discussion developed. Depending on the place, group of children, and other participants, we changed and adjusted the program according to the contexts. For example, when we visited the Spanish Language Institute Cervantes in Belgrade, in the first section, children were engaged in interactive storytelling about the scientific and artistic work of famous Spanish neuroscientist and Nobel Prize laureate Santiago Ramon y Cajal. A student of molecular biology played the role of Ramon y Cajal and led children through Neuroatelier. Also, when we organized this program in the French Institute, student coordinators and French teachers spoke with children about neuroscience simultaneously in Serbian and French. The second activity is microscoping, when the children and student coordinators finished the discussion in the manner of interactive storytelling. The children were invited to see the brain and spinal cord slides through light microscopes and then to make a personal record. All the children on themselves drew in white round circle marked "This is what I see."
The third activity was 5 learning spaces. Children could learn together with other children and students about basic neuroscience concepts, through active engagement in different self-chosen and semi-structured learning spaces, through interaction with artistic materials which invite children to explore, discuss about, and co-construct with them. There are 5 semi-structured spaces offering different provocative materials: Neuro-colouring book, Neuro-straws, Neuro-mold, Neuro-tattoo, and Neuro-constellation. Within them, participants of the program developed their theories about neuroscience concepts through artistic engagement and on that basis science-relevant discussion. In all learning spaces, there were various artistic materials such as homemade Play-Doh, watercolors, expanded colored rice, aluminium foil, hulks, straws, toothpicks, and colors for children's tattoos. They made unique neuroscientific piece of art by using different materials in different learning spaces. Above all, in 5 learning spaces, these artistic products were motive for dialogue about basic neuroscience concepts and neurosystem functions with students, coordinators, and other participants, children, librarian, kindergarten teachers. The first learning space was Neuro-coloring book. In this learning space, children were offered some artistic materials like neurohead templates, coloring materials, various neurons, synapse, brain and spinal cord coloring book samples. The second learning space was Neuro-straws. In this learning space, children had opportunity to model a 3D structures of different types of neurons and other neuroscience-related concepts. They used various materials like colored straws, toothpicks, expanded rice, and homemade Play-Doh. The third learning space was Neuro-mold. Neuro-mold learning environment invited children to explore and create brain models with natural, homemade Play-Doh in brain-shaped molds and paint them additionally with colors. The fourth learning space was Neuro-tattoo. Neuro-tattoo offered children artistic materials for creating and discussing about neuroscience-related tattoos. They have chosen from the tattoo catalog. Student coordinator and the children themselves draw on hand and forearm using various face painting colors. They were tattoo artists and scientists at the same time. The fifth learning space was Neuro-constellation. In this learning space, children were offered some artistic materials for creating Neuro-constellation, which represented neurons connected via synapses, like the stars look connected in constellation. For creating this learning environment, they were blue paper canvas, aluminium foil, glue, and white hulk. The last activity in this program was Brain Canvas. 10 minutes before the end of the program, children can describe how and why they liked or not the experience of participating in the program. They could choose the color and leave their various colored handprints on brain-shaped paper canvas. The student coordinator explains to the children that the handprints represent the bodies of the brain nerve cells, so they are talking to each other on canvas. Connected neuron handprints together create the whole brain.
On the other hand, we are talking about creating program with neuroscience students. As members of multidisciplinary team of 15 science students who study neuroscience-related concepts at their faculties, biology, molecular biology, medicine, physical chemistry, and 2 pedagogy students, have seen how the process of creating and developing educational science program looks like from the insider's perspective. Since the pedagogy and science students are mastering in different science contents, their knowledge about educational program development and neuroscience contents is complementary. Therefore, all the team members took part in some aspect of creating, organizing, and realizing the program. The team had several meetings and continual online discussion with relevant emerging ideas. The pedagogy students initiated the meeting and proposed semi-structured idea of creating educational program Neuroatelier. Many issues appear throughout the process, like choosing appropriate neuroscience concepts out of disposable content and learning resources, negotiating the science perspectives since team members had different preferences in neuroscience regarding their studies' curriculum content orientation, deciding about which and how many artistic materials are adequate to give the children opportunity to explore the neuroscience concepts through active engagement and discussion with other participants, and so on.
In this paper, we try to present a STEAM-based educational program oriented towards learning neuroscience. Although there is a public opinion that is very complicated, even for school-aged children, to understand these concepts, we have shown that in Neuroatelier, preschool children learn in an interactive and creative manner. On one hand, the value of this program is seen as creating learning environment in which preschool children could learn about neuroscience concepts through active engagement with different materials in various social relations and manners of artistic expression. On the other hand, this program opens opportunities for science students to learn about the process of creating educational program from insider's perspective through continual discussion, practical organization, and coordination with pedagogues and science students from other science disciplines.